Hello, everyone. I can't believe it has already been 4 weeks since I've shared a video message with you, especially after I promised to do this every other week. And today is already Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Lent. I want to share with you the reflection I wrote for this morning's service. So for the 57 of you who were here and prayed with me this morning, this message should sound familiar. So feel free to turn me off, but only if you can remember what I said this morning. As I reflected on our readings for Ash Wednesday, the word return kept coming back to me. Maybe because last year at this time, we knew about COVID-19, but we never dreamed it would force our churches to be closed, and we would be wondering when we would return to what we were used to. We never thought that returning to church after 12 weeks would mean wearing masks, sitting 6 feet apart, taking temperatures, and sanitizing our hands. And in the midst of all that we have been doing this past year, I kept wanting to return to what was. I wanted everyone to be able to return to what we always had, return to what we were used to doing, return to what I used to think was normal. Today, we sit here a year later at the beginning of another Lent. We have returned to walk another 40 days together, and you and I are different. Maybe we have grown in our prayer life and our relationship with Jesus this past year. Maybe we have taken time to be with and appreciate the blessings of our family. Maybe we have written more cards, made more phone calls, answered more emails than ever before, just to stay connected with our family and loved ones. Maybe we've learned a new hobby, had more time to enjoy the outdoors, learned how to visit with family and friends virtually on Skype or Zoom, spent more time reading and cooking, and the list goes on and on. I am sure there are many things all of us are doing differently today that we were not doing at this time last year. And maybe as we begin this season of Lent, a time when you and I are called to return to the Lord with our whole heart, we can take some time to look at the changes we've made in our life, the things that we are doing differently, and see if they've helped us to do just that, to return to the Lord. Have they helped us to be more generous, more kind and loving? Have they helped us to grow in holiness? Maybe this Lent, we don't need to make a list of things to do to return to the Lord with our whole heart. Maybe all we need to do this Lent is to stop and become aware of how we are different today. And then make sure we keep on doing those things that have helped us to be better people, that have helped us to deepen our relationship with Jesus and grow in holiness. Because returning to the Lord means leaving our old self behind forever. This past year may have seemed like a long Lent with no Easter. But as Catholic Christians, you and I know that isn't true. Even as we begin our 40-day journey through Lent today, we know that hope always endures, and God is with us. Let's remember that as we walk these days of Lent together, aware of the many ways we have already returned to the Lord this past year, and yet knowing we are always called to be more, to do more, to love more with our whole heart and mind and soul. May this year's journey through these 40 days of Lent bring all of us to the great feast of Easter with glad hearts, where once again, you and I will rejoice in knowing that the Lord is truly risen and among us forever. Have a good and holy Lent, everyone.